piece. I was pulled in right from the start, trying to figure out who these characters were and how they got to this point. And the really beautiful thing about this film was that as it progressed, instead of peeling back layers and giving us answers, we actually got deeper and deeper into the mystery. So it was very compelling. And when we finally did get answers, it was so satisfying. Um, I think it goes without saying that the cinematography here was fantastic. They made amazing use of that really beautiful desert location. I couldn't get enough of it. And that desperate, haunting score was just a really, really big highlight for me. I absolutely loved it.
Oh, whoa, that was intense. Yeah, that was solid. Very powerful performances by those two actors. Very um, dense and very intense screenplay on this one. Um, the imagery also was very well done with the in the deserts with the sun and the storm coming at the end. The way it was filmed, like the choice of the close-ups and the long shots and the use of lighting and angles and the editing, all of it was very solid and very passionate and very intense throughout the whole thing.
A couple moments that stood out to me were the shot in the shower that we got to see from through a doorway and farther out in the hall. The suds running down the door of the washing machine, as well as the portion shot in the desert. I think that that was an interesting location choice because here they are out in the vast open, and yet they feel so incredibly isolated in their relationship with one another. I think that overall, this film explores a relationship that seems very toxic, um, and how two people kind of become dependent on one another quickly, but don't know each other well enough to foresee how they're going to clash. And I think in this case, one person is more dependent upon the other, and that creates an unhealthy dynamic that plays out through the course of this film.
The visuals of the desert are stunning and mesmerizing to look at. It just makes for a perfect backdrop for this film. But the star of this entire film for me was the chemistry and the dynamic between the two actors. They did such a phenomenal job. At the beginning, because of their chemistry, I already knew what was going to happen at the end, or I was hoping for it. And when it came to the end, I was a very happy viewer. I was that much more satisfied with the viewing experience because of the end result. And it's because of the chemistry that they had. It was very subtle at first, and then it was there. And that is truly appreciative.
It really just blew me away in all aspects. Like, it was so just professional and clean looking. Like, it really was just amazing. The cinematography, especially in the desert, was so beautiful. And I think you guys did a really great job of picking the music to fit the tone of the film super well. And the actors were just absolutely amazing and just gave such incredible performances. And I think it was overall really, really well done and unique. And I loved it.
It's very surreal in a very good way. It's interesting how we start in a very kind of real world situation and then transition to this, huge kind of almost spiritual plane of, existential quandary that they end up in this desert. It's thought provoking. It's very very dark and sad, and everybody did a great job. The actors were really phenomenal. Did excellent work, and just great cinematography, great use of location, great editing. Love the score.
Overall, really just a compelling look at the relationship here, but really strong cinematography too. I thought they did a beautiful job, not only with the obvious exterior shots there, but even just the intimate inside shots, the way everything was framed, and the low use of low light, but still really strong.
It makes it casts this really surreal um, tone over the entire thing, and it's like a visual metaphor. It's these two guys stranded alone in the desert, and uh, yeah, the like ending exchange with like the bloody kiss and all that. It's wild. It's really powerful, and it's really beautiful imagery.